Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hold on to your forks. Today we are about to make the most delicious banana bread with freshly grated coconut. It's so soft, so delicious, extraordinarily moist. You are absolutely going to love it. For this recipe, we will be using very ripe bananas. Not rotten bananas, but very ripe. Very ripe bananas are sweeter, they're more aromatic, and well, they mash better. Mash the bananas to the consistency of baby food, and there's absolutely no need for perfection here. Next up, it's time to create our wet mixture. We will begin by adding 2 eggs. The egg whites contain protein, which helps provide structure so you don't end up with a crumbly or gooey mess. The yolks contain fat, which adds flavor and tenderness. We will add 1/4 cup of coconut oil for moisture and 1/4 cup of melted butter for greater depth in flavor. I'll then be adding 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Yogurt's creaminess helps keep the banana bread nice and moist, while the acidity helps activate the baking soda, which will make the banana bread fluffy and light. Next goes in our mashed bananas, about 1.5 cups of mashed bananas, and then we'll bring it all together, incorporating all of those great flavors into one another. Next to the party, we'll be adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Next into a sifter goes 1 3/4 cups or 210 grams of all-purpose flour. Then it's time to add our sugar and our leavening agents. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. It's time for those delicious spices. In this bread, we will use 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of one of my absolute favorite spices, cardamom, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of that good old nutmeg. Then go right ahead and whisk everything together and make sure that it's well incorporated. Now we're going to add one of the stars of the show, coconut. We're going to take 1/2 cup of grated coconut and then put it into the mixture and mix it well. We will be adding the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, incrementally stirring. When we add the dry to the wet, we'll end up with a more supple batter that is easier to combine thoroughly without over mixing. We are not looking for a bready texture, so we do not want to overdevelop the gluten by over mixing that batter. Just ensure that all of the ingredients are very well incorporated. Now it's time to get that bread pan and oil it. I oiled mine with coconut oil and dusted it with flour to ensure that it does not stick. Pour the batter into the pan and then level it out with a spatula. Finish it off with some freshly grated coconut flakes. Then pop that bad boy into a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep your eye on the bread and allow it to bake for between 55 to 65 minutes. Now once your time is up, stick a toothpick in and make sure it comes out clean. Once it is ready, take your banana bread out and let it cool for a few minutes before you turn it over and start indulging. If this recipe was useful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It is absolutely free. Have a good one.